Wait,
with
sorry, we had a little technical difficulty there.
Seriously?
A little glitch in it. It's the first of the month. Somebody
yeah.
still.
Okay.
Blue, you were going to break down what was on the bottom half of Cammy's
Okay,
wonderful costume. Go ahead,
so
please.
on Wikipedia, it lists Cammy's first outfit on Street Fighter 2 as her wearing a let's see, Cammy is a fighter with a slender yet muscular body. She
Mm.
has long blonde hair, which we all know, which she usually wears into two pigtails, which is hot. She has blue eyes and a scar over her left cheek. That's right, she does. In Street
Yeah,
Fighter
I'm
2,
looking.
she is shown wearing a green sleeveless thong leotard. So she is wearing a thong. A military red beret, red gloves, black boots, and with green camouflage stains on her legs. So it's not a
Damn.
tattoo. She's not a
Nut,
leotard. Her legs
she
are
got nut
stained. Kind
stains?
of like,
She had nut stains on her
It's
dick
like
card?
paint. It's like
I
paint.
guess, yeah, I guess that you see that a lot with like military people. Like they'll do like the camouflage paint on their face, or like
Yeah,
you
so,
got the football
so
players. So
that was my point, saying that it was not a tattoo.
it's not a
Yeah,
tattoo, but she's not wearing anything either. So she is. That's bare skin.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
so. But now in the modern era, and Street Fighter Six is just about to drop in June.
June.
Yeah,
Yeah, like first
yeah,
first week of June.
yeah. Capcom's gonna have a big ass fucking year. You heard it here first, goddamn it, because they got Resident Evil 4 remake in March later on this month, and then drop
Dude,
3 months later
they
with Six.
Oh
they got
yeah, I
Resident
mean,
Evil 8 on the for VR, which I was just watching somebody play, and I'm like, you get to see your big vampire queen up close and personal.
Lady
Sign
D.
me the fuck up.
yeah.
Lady.
There's also rumors that Capcom's supposed to release a new Monster Hunter at the end of the year, even though Rise is on the PlayStations and Xboxes,
Yeah.
and they're getting the expansion in April because the Switch already has an expansion. So apparently they're doing work. And for some weird ass reason, after 8 years, there was a Resident Evil 5 update on the Steam.
God
So
damn.
yeah, so they added split screen on fucking Steam. That's
Wow.
kind of weird.
The
Yeah,
hell?
because on the
Five,
console you can do split screen. So
five is the one that takes place in Africa, right?
Yeah.
yes, 5 is the one in Africa,
Yeah, that one
It's
I had a hard
and
time
it's
playing that one.
co-op too. Even it's more action packed, but I enjoyed it. That's the first one I. No, that's the second one I played start to finish. The
I
first one was Resident Evil Zero.
yeah, I'll just say this: Capcom is busy, and I'm all here for them just dominating the ever loving fuck out of a whole bunch of really fun games. But Cammy and that Weeba tree that started to fap and enjoy her little, you know, vid or whatever, or her fighting debut for Street Fighter Six. Everybody loved it. I'm ready to see even more characters. I mean, in this one, I think we get bearded Ryu and old man Ken and a whole bunch of
Uh,
other
you
characters.
get bearded Ryu in Street Fighter 4, I think, as
Or
expansion, and 5.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
nothing
not
new.
the first time.
But the
You're right. It's not
biggest
the
thing
first time.
about biggest thing about 6 is you create your own fucking character as
Oh shit!
RPG elements.
Oh
So
shit!
it's
Okay,
gonna be fucking weird.
we will see. That does sound weird as ever loving fuck, especially for a fighting game. But we will see. We
What
will
do you
see.
you
mean?
know who
There's,
Kevin
there's
gives
a
me
bunch,
like
hold
vibe
on,
of is
hold on. There are plenty of
what?
other fighting games where you can build your own character, including going back to Def Jam Fight for New York. You could build your own character in that game.
I'm not saying it's never happened. It's just typically I don't usually see it in. I don't recall it in Tekken or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, no. Street Fighter, this will be the first. Also, this had, like I said, this an open world city where you learn from the fighters that you pick to build your fighting style. And then it's weird because you can be the other classic characters, but it's in this meta kind of like you meta kind of way.
Okay,
Basically, your character goes to an arcade machine and you get to play as the other Street Fighter characters. It's fucking weird.
I like it. I like it.
Well, that kind of was with what's that girl's name? Is it Sakura? Like her character was very like into Ryu, and so she basically used his fighting style to kind of be her own character.
Yeah,
I think it
she
was like
she she follows his. So Sakura follows Ryu, and Sean follows Ken.
Yeah.
And Dan, God damn, what a
Dan's
horrible
just a
character.
Dan tries to claim that he's so Dan learned from the same master as Ken and Ryu, but he
Yeah.
wasn't as good.
No.
Yeah, you could tell.
Well, I was gonna say that Cammy gives me the same vibe as homegirl from she kind of gave me a Harley Quinn vibe for one thing, the new like
Oh,
Street Fighter 6 version of her, but also
Jink.
um Jinx. Give
Yeah.
me Jinx, yeah, Jinx vibe from Arcadian. Was it Arcadian?
Arc.
Was it that
Arcane.
Yeah.
Arcadian? That's what it was.
Yeah. Big.
Arcadia is that movie with the trolls.
Yeah, exactly. No, that you're absolutely spot on, Blue. There ain't no doubt about it. Let's switch gears though a little bit. Um, we got some badass motherfucking. It still was gaming, kinda. We got some badass Last of Us that dropped, and holy
Mm.
fuck shit. Now I
We're
know
talking
Blue.
games are the TV show.
Yeah,
The
that's a
TV
show.
show.
That's a
Okay.
show. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know Blue. You didn't play the games per se, but
No.
this latest episode was about as spot the fuck on as close as you could get to the DLC, which I've talked about a whole bunch on this show for years and years and years. Left Behind, with where you learn in the first game all about Ellie's
Ellie.
sexuality and some of her stuff in the past that happened before she met Joel. What'd y'all think of this goddamn episode, motherfuckers?
I mean, this was pretty much the DLC with a little bit of extra dialogue, but this is what you do in the game. You literally don't fight until the end of the DLC, just like the episode. The episode has like the episode has the part where you're literally running from a bunch of them, and it has the similar fight where they both get bit.
Yep.
And in the game, it's pretty much the same thing. The game really explores, at least the DLC really explores her relationship with this her friend. What the hell's her friend's name?
You mean her love interest?
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Her crush.
The
But anyway, but the main thing people were playing the DLC for is probably the lore, because Ellie talks about what happened at the DMZ where she was at,
Mhm.
how it got overrun, and from this DLC we get to hear all these stories about what happened, how they came to be, and then we see what happened to Ellie and how she became infected, and why she, not necessarily why she's special, but how she became special, I guess, per se.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing that was cool about this one, you get to see her even more backstory of like her living in the dorm and like, basically being kind of in military school,
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say
teenage
that.
military school, and her hating it and getting into a lot of trouble and fighting with this one girl, but having a path in front of her where it's like, okay, you might get to be basically a officer with better jobs, or you could be shoveling shit for the rest of your life. It's your
Mhm.
choice, and I love that whole dynamic of you're at a crossroads here. Which path are you going to go? And basically she chooses a third path that's not given to her with her friend.
Oh yeah, so her love interest or her roommate friend is her name is Riley,
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. Sonus's little
very
one
interesting.
named Riley.
Yep.
It is interesting.
But being someone that haven't played the game, like well, this was like episode 6, right?
Might have been
So
seven.
with this show,
Yeah.
maybe 7. Okay,
It
with this
is
show,
six. There's more episodes.
with this show, if you got cast for the show, you're like, oh shit, cool, I want to be on The Last of Us. This big HBO show is really popular, but most likely your character is not going to survive an episode. Like, goddamn, like you fall in love with these characters, like, oh, that's cute. Like, I really hope it worked out for her. Oh wait, she's she's dead. Like, that's really fucking sad. But overall, I thought the episode was really good. We get to see like I just think it's interesting, like how like the scene where they go into the mall and like the escalator scene where she's like, "What? This is like, how do I use this?" Like her like looking at the world through like basically like a kid's like all this stuff is like unknown to her, so she doesn't know how
Yep.
all this stuff works. Even like the scene where she's playing Mortal Kombat, like that part right there was like really kind of nostalgic for me because like when you first play Mortal Kombat, you don't know how to fucking play. You're just mashing fucking buttons. I think
Yep.
everybody in their life just mash fucking buttons and shit would happen, and you start to realize there's a combination. But then also a lot of the times the consoles, the arcade consoles or decks or whatever the arcades would have like the directions or the moves on there, which is kind of cool. But it was
Yep.
just kind of cool like to see like how she got to see like how life used to be,
Yeah.
but then like just shit kind of goes to shit really quick. But it was really interesting. Like there's a lot of scenes where you knew that she was like in, and they kind of play with that. Like the scene where like she was gonna put on her clothes and she asked the other girl to turn around. It's like okay, she know what this girl's here naked. But there's like the scenes with like the Victoria's Secret store, and like it's just I don't know. This episode is really cute. This isn't on the level as the one of the bears, but like this still was a very cute episode with like Ellie and Riley kind of getting together. But it just kind of sucks what happened at the end.
Yeah. The little detail. I'm sorry, I know we didn't talk about it last week because I was a little bit behind, but the
Mm.
the episode, there was one little detail in the episode that really fucked me up, and that was when Ellie and Maria takes her to the movie theaters in that town of Jackson,
Oh
and
yes, right.
yeah, and briefly in the crowd you see like a special needs little boy. And I don't know if you guys caught that, but I was like, holy shit. Could
I
you,
missed that.
yeah, could you imagine how fucking hard being a parent to, you know, special needs kid, just in normal circumstances, but basically it's the end of the fucking world. You know what I mean? And the apocalypse.
It's it's funny that you say that because I was watching a video and a comedian was talking about how like in zombie shows like you never see anybody that nobody wears glasses because it's like you lose your glasses like you're fucked like you can't
Yeah.
fucking see, that's it for you. But then it's like once you do become a zombie, do you like just not do you still not see, like does your vision get better or some shit like that, like are you
Uh,
just mainly just using your sense of smell? I just thought that was really fucking funny. But yeah,
yeah.
you never see anybody with glasses that
Yeah.
survive.
They make a special they take special care in terms of showing much more diversity, like even with the little boy, I think it was Sam, that was obviously hearing impaired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you got gay lesbian couples, you got gay bears, you got all this stuff that's kind of making showing the diversity of just people trying to live their lives and make it, and how fucking hard it is. And then the other thing is, at the end of episode 7 with the Left Behind, they had a trailer for the episode coming up this Sunday, and it sure as fuck looks like one of the main characters that does some of the most atrocious stuff from the game. I won't
Oh,
spoil it.
shit.
Has a whole cult religious like following to him, so they're gonna go all the way there with some shit. Go ahead, Old Ninja. I know you want to jump in.
Kind of. So this was episode 6.
Well,
So
six.
this coming episode will be 7, and then the episode after that. So in 2 weeks, this will be over, I believe.
Damn.
Oh, if there's 8 episodes, it'll be over in 2 weeks. If there's 9, then we get 3 weeks. So I mean, it's kind of lining up to where the end of the story of the game is coming up. They're coming up pretty quick on the end of the game.
That's
Like
true.
we're pretty much
Oh,
literally almost there. As
dude,
far as
already it's only
yeah,
been a couple of
already
episodes. Damn.
it's been 7 episodes or
Yeah.
6 episodes. We're coming up towards the end of the game. You could stretch it out, but it could be a little bit dragging on because these episodes are an hour, roughly an hour.
I mean,
Sometimes
yeah,
So
technically.
sometimes a little bit
I mean,
more, but yeah. So
this
I mean, they're pretty much there.
looking at it from like a movie standpoint. I mean, this is 3 fucking movies already. This is what Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 already, and
pretty much
there,
it.
Mhm.
there wasn't a fourth one. So
Nope. So we're pretty much almost to the end. We're like literally story wise towards the end of the story, and there will be some big reveals towards the towards the
Well,
end.
well, but here's the other thing too, and I give them all kinds of credit. They were confident enough to show things quickly that are basically Easter eggs for season 2.
So they say. I mean, I think it's just speculation. I
Well,
don't see anything concrete or confirmed.
so I have a couple things that, again, subtly, but it seems like you may have seen Dina from season
Mhm.
2 briefly in Jackson. The entire town of Jackson, that whole set piece that they showed, that is a big part of the beginning of you know season or episode
Or part two
or
of
part
The
2.
Last of Us.
Yeah, that's huge. You know what I mean? There's some things that happen in part 2 that take place in Jackson, and if you've already shown the set piece, you've kind of set things up, and certain characters, like I said with Dina, who's important.
Well, she is
But
important, but some people were saying we might have already seen. Well, we may see Abby, or I'm sorry, Swole Abby,
say
real
her name
soon.
right.
Yeah, we might see Swole Abby at the end of the season, which makes sense. What you could do, they could do it, but I personally hope that they do not.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Abby in season 2, and I want to see it introduced the way she is introduced in the game. Because when she's introduced in the game, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know
Yep.
who the fuck this person is. And when you finally found out who she is, that's when people started freaking out and having conflicting feelings. They start writing death threats and shit
Yep.
to Neil Druckmann. So when you find out what's going on, you don't know her truth until like midway through part 2 of The Last of Us. And when you find out, you're like, oh shit. Like you don't know what to do with yourself.
I'm gonna say this. I think this has a really good chance of making haters of The Last of Us Part 2, and there's plenty of loud haters of
Oh no, yeah, there's more than
it.
plenty. There's a lot.
They're going to eat some fucking crow about Neil Druckmann when it comes to his writing and all of that. Because I think season 2, potentially, if they play their cards right, and there's going to be differences, but if they play their cards right, I think it could be even better than this amazing season 1.
Oh yeah, if it's done right, most fucking definitely it will be. And it because the way the story is told, it can be told in very different ways. Because in The Last of Us Part 2, you start off as Abby. So
No, 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 no. You start off as Ellie at the beginning of the game.
do you start as Ellie?
Yeah, yeah. I just recently replayed it.
Okay. Well, I could have sworn because you played Abby really, really, really early in the fucking
You
game.
you do. It's within the first 2 hours you played as both. You're right.
Yeah, very true, very true. And there's
You know
some.
what?
They both have their own. They come together at one point, then they separate. They have their own fucking separate stories. Then
Yeah.
they come back together, and then they separate again, and then they have a climactic meeting. I
Yeah.
should say.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. So
You know, one cool thing about the show, I love that they brought Tara back. Tara from fucking Walking Dead, or not
Yeah.
Walking Dead, from
oh, she's
True
from
Blood.
True Blood because True Blood
Yeah.
is on TNT right now. They just
Well,
syndicated it. Yeah, True Blood's on TNT. It's
Wow.
edited, but
Wow.
it just started literally like a week, 2 weeks ago. Started 2 weeks ago on TNT.
well,
I hate,
that's another great HBO show. I think it's on.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch it on HBO Max, and that show
It's
was
on
really
HBO
good.
Max.
But
It is
yeah.
I
You
give
guys,
eight
I,
go ahead.
seasons.
I give them props for even doing that because I remember when they decided to do the syndication of Sex in the City, and people were just like, "How the fuck you gonna censor this when it's like nudity and sex jokes and all
And
this other stuff?"
fucking, they be fucking on that show.
They be doing fucking, and you be
Yeah,
seeing Kim Cattrall's tits all the time.
yeah.
And
She didn't start showing them until like season 2,
and,
But
and
then they
Prodigy,
kept, but then she said kept showing them. So
Prodigy, it's Sex and the City, not Sex in the City.
very
oh
true.
no,
Hey,
I was having sex in the city. I don't know about
Yeah,
oh
that's
damn.
like a common thing. Everybody think it's Sex in the City, but it's Sex and the City.
you know
But
I got a checklist.
But
right,
but
shit, I
getting
do too.
back to The Last of Us, so one of the things I was kind of hyped about is that the character or the character actor that voices Joel in the game is a character in the next episode. You see him in the trailer.
Oh
He's
shit.
like, so he's in the trailer. If you know who Troy Baker looks like, he's the
Yeah,
voice of Joel in the game, and he's like, it looks like he's a pretty big character in the next episode.
I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be
Dude,
interesting.
so you guys heard about because HBO, I guess, is kind of known for having editing not continental issue, but like editing issues.
Yeah,
There's like a there's like a scene in the last episode, I think like episode 5, where Joe and them are walking in the snow, and like in the bottom left hand corner, you can see like the film crew
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was a very
walking
quick
around.
thing, but people pointed it out. Yes,
Yeah,
they call it the Game of Thrones Starbucks incident, but for The Last
yeah.
of Us,
That's funny.
it is pretty funny.
I
But
like the first time I watched it, I did not know this. I didn't. I
I
was
didn't
mainly
notice.
focused on the
Be-
characters. I
It's very
actually, when I
quick.
went back and watched it, yeah, it's very quick, and it's like, okay, that's maybe it's just some random people walking by, like trying to get to where they need to go. I didn't think of it being like the film crew, but once I watched it again, I was like, okay, yeah, it's the film crew.
Yeah, because I guess when you watch it, you can see a camera. I guess underneath the tree, there's a
Yeah.
camera. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Oh
But
well.
you can see like a person like walking by, and there's like a what's the name chair that's sitting there,
Like one of those
like a
acting chairs or whatever.
yeah actress
Student
chair,
chair.
yeah.
I didn't
There's
even
like a
notice any of
sign. There's like a barista just sitting there, fucking brewing.
it. Like here you go. Your order's ready. Triple latte. There you go.
Um, let's get into some of this other gaming news. I know we started with some gaming with Big Booty Cammy just shaking that thing, but we also had a Final Fantasy. I think it's 16. Is that the right number?
No
Trailer?
idea. No
Oh,
idea.
18, maybe 19. I don't know.
5011.
So many. There's so many of them.
Yeah,
Yeah. 5011.
11,000 is dropping, and they have said very clearly we are influenced by most recent God of War and God of War Ragnarok. Um,
Mm.
they go heavy into the actiony RPG elements, and I got a feeling this one's going to be a big fucking success. Did y'all see
Yeah.
this?
So
No.
it's Final Fantasy 16. It's supposed to drop this year, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, June 22nd is when it drops. Wait, no, 22nd. Yeah, 22nd is when it drops. But I
Okay.
haven't watched the trailer yet. I haven't seen anything about this. This is new to me. But looking
Yeah,
at the images, this looks fucking dope.
yeah. I'm interested. My first fucking Final Fantasy was what 2020 with 7 remake, and I enjoyed the ever loving fuck out of it. You know, that was really fucking good. I know this has different characters, but I'll fucking give it a try. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? We'll see. Uh,
Yeah, I couldn't get into playing sevens. Like at least for the demo, like the mechanics just kept fucking me up. I couldn't beat the first like the bad boss in the demo. Like I couldn't get the mechanics down. I was like, you know what, fuck this game. I'm just gonna stick to my memory of playing the 7 on the PS1 and just continue living my life. Maybe I'll watch somebody else play it, but yeah, I could man, 7 just I couldn't get into it, the remaster.
I,
As much as I wanted it, I really wanted it, but I couldn't get into it.
well, here's the thing, Blue. I think it's free in the PlayStation Plus collection. I would give it a shot again if you
I'm not
feel
do
like.
that.
Yeah,
I got a little free time. I can
there,
probably handle it.
there you go. What else did I see? Did anybody else see anything in the state of play besides Final Fantasy and besides Cammy's big, thick, giant ass?
Most of it I saw was just kind of like stuff that was like we already knew was kind of coming. I
Okay.
didn't see anything like super new that I saw at least.
Well,
I
you know
might
what?
have missed something. But
Yeah, the big one that they spent the most time focusing on, and I'm cautiously optimistic about this, although I usually shit on non-insomniac comic book games. Justice or Suicide Squad kills Justice League.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a Rocksteady game.
that's
Yeah,
So I
Rocksteady.
mean, that's if you ever played the Batman games,
love those.
Rocksteady knocks that shit out. Like all the Batman games by Rocksteady have been stellar fucking games. So
I, I agree for the most part. I didn't like the Batmobile and Arkham Asylum, I think, but
Arkham Asylum is the first one. That's the one that started it
no,
all.
an Arkham Knight, whatever one had
Arkham
the.
Knight, Arkham Knight is the one with the Batmobile.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily like the tank Batmobile, but other than that,
Same here. I agree.
I love the series and whatnot. This is supposed to take place 5 years after that game, I believe, and it looks vertical as fuck. And I mean, like, you can fucking glide fly from one building rooftop to the fucking other, and it seems like it has the co-op and all of that. So I'm
Oh,
hoping
it,
it's
it does. Oh, not only it has 4-player co-op.
yeah,
So I'm
dude.
like, oh shit. So I'm about it. Oh, we get Wonder Woman in this shit. We get Superman, even though
Black.
they all look like they're infected. I think they're infected by the power of the red
Yep.
ring, but I'm not 100%. So
Oh my god.
I think they're keeping that kind of element under wraps. So I'm looking. It looks fucking badass, actually. I mean, when they first had their gameplay trailer drop, it still looked fucking good. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
this
let's.
looks fucking fun. So
Yeah, I'm trying to read more and see what's going on. But like in the demo, they show 4 player playing, and like they played as Harley Quinn, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot.
hmm
But
That,
as far as what's going on, it's crazy.
and so what's going on? It's like kind of under wraps. They give you a little bit, but it doesn't fully explain what's happening. But apparently you have to kill them. And in the current trailer, when Wonder Woman lassos the Flash, she says, "What do we have to do to stop this?" The Flash says, "You have to kill us." I was
damn.
like, "What the fuck?" And that was the end of the trailer too. It was like, "Oh shit." So this looks like this could be a fucking hit, like a
I
big ass hit. Rocksteady's a good as solid fucking studio. Um, most of the Batman games I've been very um, content with. Even the one with the Batmobile, even though the controls were a little off, the
it was
story was still good. The detective shit was good. There's a lot of hidden shit. You could play as different characters if you got even if you got the DLC, but parts of the game you could play as like different characters. You can play as Catwoman, which is cool.
before before Insomniac 2018 Spider-Man, it was the gold standard. So
Hmm.
I respect that franchise, the ever loving fuck out of that franchise, the Arkham series. I'm down with it. I will try this one probably, especially if there's like a little trial thing or whatever around that
No
time, or
demo.
yeah, demo, or I'm hearing good reviews. But I'm optimistic. I'm not as hyped as I am for like Spider-Man 2, but I'll fuck with it a little bit. You know what I mean?
We we know if this was Batman kills the Justice League, we know this game would be like 5 minutes long. But
The
you know,
room,
Well,
oh,
it depends. Actually, it may not, because I mean, we already have the movie. We
yeah.
already have what is it, the Justice
Suicide Squad.
League. No, there's a Justice League one where someone steals Batman's plans to
Oh
take
yeah,
out the Justice League. What the fuck was it?
it was Doom. It was
No,
Yeah,
Justice
Justice
League
League
Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the
where
one where someone uses it
Ra's
against
al
him.
Ghul.
So that was
But
actually dope.
I'm interested. I'm curious on how this game's gonna play, just because Rocksteady does a really good job of making like DC games.
hmm
But like what Prodigy was saying, like yeah, like Rockstar was Batman games were like the standard for comic book games, and Insomnia really raised that bar when it came to like
they did.
Spider-Man Miles, and I'm super excited about Spider-Man 2 as well. So we'll see how it goes. Because on the newer consoles, like as far as graphics go, and like the open city and like fast travel and all that stuff, like they really got a lot of work on their hands to be able to reach that
Oh,
plateau that
well,
Insomnia's
the
set
thing
up.
well, the thing about Insomnia is you're solo Peter Parker or solo Miles Morales. They could have made it co-op with Miles and Peter, or at least a section of the game. This one was Suicide Squad. We're talking 4-player online co-op.
Yeah,
So that's huge, especially with if it's going to be current gen only, then I can see it working better. If it's cross gen and cross platform, that's a lot more work, a lot more coding, a lot more fucking testing, a lot more fucking hurdles for the team to get through.
yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know what system it's going to be on, but
And we've seen. You're right, old ninja. We've seen where certain games feel worse from a technical standpoint because they're four-player co-op. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And it just seems too busy and it can't quite handle things and the res and all of that. And I'm not a graphics whore, you know, gameplay is king for me, but we're gonna have to wait and see on this one.
But
I'm not convinced
who's
yet.
who's the maker of Gotham Knights? Is that
No, that's
Rocksteady,
not
or is that
Rocksteady. That's a
okay?
different studio.
Different studio, and truth be told, that one's on. It was on super discount, like $30 a month or and some change after release. I don't think it's
I
so.
just
It
I
got
just watched the
decent
trailer for.
reviews, but it's not. Apparently, it's not like
It ain't no hit.
it's not a super hit, but apparently it's still decent. I know Cronus has it. He liked it. I plan on eventually getting it because I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit Game Pass real soon.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna get it when it hits then. But I've heard decent reviews. I heard it's not a shit game. 'Cause there's plenty of shit games out there, but
Mhm.
apparently this is one that you could definitely pick up, even at a discount, and still be satisfied. So
And see, that's the thing. If something's heavily discounted, I'll give it a fucking shot, or it's older or whatever. Like I got Guardians of the Galaxy, the more recent one.
oh, there's only one.
Or no, there was more because there was a Telltale version.
There's
Uh,
a Telltale version of Guardians.
yeah, I played that like I don't know 5 6 years ago. But anyway, this one I played or I started to play, and I mean it's clunky. It's real clunky in terms of the mechanics and whatnot and dialogue. And you're still only playing as Star Lord, but you can kind of semi control Drax and Gamora and Rocket and Groot and whatnot. But I don't like it all that much, especially coming from Insomniac Spidey or whatever. But for a game that is essentially free-ish, just with my subscription to PlayStation Plus, I was like, okay, I'll give it a fucking try. And they did the same thing with the shitty Avengers one. It's like,
Oh yeah, that's on Game Pass too.
yeah, but a little older, mixed reviews. Here you go. You know what I mean? I'll try it that way. But I don't know about 60, $70 at launch.
Oh yeah, that's some. That's now nowadays gamers have to be convinced that the if the juice is worth the squeeze. So if you're gonna spend that money,
You
if you're
said
gonna spend your 70
So
bucks,
if the booty meat is worth the squeeze.
no, Booty
Come
Mit's
on,
usually almost always worth the squeeze. So that's not a good comparison.
you be in them Chippendale
Mm,
clubs talking about booty meat.
No,
I'm
no,
watching.
that's you. I didn't even know Chippendales even was around this spot.
So I was
So
watching some of the trailer gameplay for Suicide Squad, and it's giving me Gotham vibe, like Gotham Knight vibe.
Hmm.
Like like has Boomerang for example, like he can like sky jump, and it's like, yo, this dude all he can throw is boomerangs. Like how come he has these abilities now? But it does like the but one of the cool things with Batman Arkham and games and stuff like that was that like you felt like you were Batman. There wasn't like kind of like other than like when the like you had like kind of like a bat sense when somebody was gonna punch you, like you could like dodge it and counter it or whatever. But like there's like a scene where Harley Quinn like runs up a wall. I mean, maybe there's a little backstory. Maybe she's got worried something that she can take like the Flash power or something like that. But she leaves like an energy trail. And the same thing with like Captain Boomerang. Like when he sky jumps, like he leaves like a energy trail,
There,
and it's just like doesn't seem right.
there's
So it may not seem right, but I think there's more to the story than
yeah,
what you're seeing.
because there's meta human. Obviously, Star Labs is always big in all the DC lore.
Mhm.
There's metaverse power. There's all kinds of comic booky shenanigans that give normally ordinary characters that superpower, even more superpowers.
Or
Yeah, I
either
guess that could be true.
an additional or an a boost. And because they're recruited by Amanda Waller, not only is that she runs Cadmus, and
Yep.
Cadmus works on tech as either with Star Labs or in secret. Like basically, they steal tech from Star Labs,
Yep.
and they can use that for their Suicide Squad. So
Yeah.
anything, literally anything's possible with this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
We'll
see though.
we'll fucking see. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Oh, here, let me switch gears on y'all. Did
Mm.
y'all see, I love shady shit, right?
Yeah,
Did
we noticed.
yeah. Did y'all see what the
Oh, the
fuck
chat room.
did y'all see what the fuck Donald Glover done released or trailer for this swarm?
Wait,
Oh, I did, and I don't get it. So
you
I
talking
don't
about
know.
Childish Gambino, or are you talking
Yeah,
about
same person.
what's
Same
this?
guy.
What's this other handle? Don't
Uh
you have a different one?
Donald Glover.
Donald
And
Glover, Childish Gambino, all of them peoples.
hmm.
They done released literally a movie. It's on Amazon coming out, I think, later on this month or next month called Swarm. Go see this goddamn motherfucking trailer because let me sell it to you. This is basically Donald Glover making a horror movie out of Beyonce fans. Like, literally, you have Beyonce fans going ape
I think I
shit
saw this.
and killing people and making sacrifices to Beyonce and going way too far. And that's the fucking premise of the horror movie. Like Donald Glover does not value his own fucking life. I know these Beehive fucking fans are gonna come for this man, and he don't even care. He just chose. He woke up one day and said, "You know what? I'm gonna do
What?
all the violence. Let me let me have everything thrown at me all at one time, and I'm gonna fucking support this movie. It looks fucking phenomenal. It looks Get Out good.
Well, he did that one movie with Riri, and I thought it was pretty good. So I don't know. This might be fucking hilarious.
So for
It might
those,
be like a horror movie, but it seems like it's gonna be fucking funny as hell.
yeah, funny horror. I'm with it because here's the thing: if you don't completely love and respect Donald Glover, go watch Atlanta.
Oh shit, I gotta finish Atlanta. Oh shit, I forgot.
Dude, there's like 5 seasons. Every episode is
Four
gonna have
seasons. There's 4 seasons.
four. I'm sorry.
I'm on the final season.
Every fucking episode is going, or almost every episode is going to have you fucking scratching your head, laughing, being confused, wanting to call somebody late night. Did I just see what the fuck I think I saw? All that bullshit. Like, he's out there, and I'm here for him making motherfucking movies, especially throwing shade at Beyonce fans. Fucking go. Y'all saw the trailer though, right?
I did see the trailer. And I didn't understand what the fuck I was watching. Cause I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was like super weird. The movie is called Beehive.
Swarm, Swarm.
It's called
It's called
Swarm.
Swarm, but they kept referencing Beehive, so I thought it was called Beehive. So I was
Mhm.
like, "What the fuck is happening?" I didn't get what was going on. It looks like some weird kind of black people version of um
I know what you
uh
did last Friday.
no the one that everyone Midsommar. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh,
The one with Florence Poe. That was a really weird movie. A lot of people were disturbed by it. I was just like, this is just weird. This feels like that, but with black folks. That's what that looks like. So
Hey, I, I like it. I'm here to support Donald Glover. Everything he's done, with the exception of playing Lando Calrissian, I'm here.
oh,
I'm here for that bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it looks like it dropped March 17th. So we got a couple of weeks.
you have
Actually,
yeah you have
that's my
16
son's
days.
birthday. My son's
nice.
birthday is that day. So it's a Friday. But I probably won't be watching it that day. Maybe the day after. I might be busy. But yeah, I just watched the trailer. Yeah, it looks great. I think it looks very interesting. Because Donald Glover, that dude's fucking talented. Like from music to like movies, for him to become a director. I'm pretty sure he directed other stuff, but I mean, the guy is overall like a and a comedy. Kind of forget that he does comedy too. So
Yeah, he does
I don't.
stand up, and he's in
Yeah,
Community, which is a comedy show. So
it's so crazy when you watch Community and then you like look at him as like when he did like This Is America. You're like, I can't be the same guy. Like
Yeah.
they just totally fucking different. But yeah,
Wait till you start watching Atlanta with his ass.
yeah, I'm on the last like 3 or 4 episodes of Atlanta.
Yeah, shit,
So,
so good.
but speaking of him as Lando, fucking y'all see that Mandalorian is back.
I
yeah.
First
did
episode
tonight, right?
dropped today. It dropped today. It dropped at
Yeah.
midnight, and I didn't watch it then because I was playing Destiny. But I watched it before the cast. I was like, oh shit.
I
So
heard
the
they.
first episode sets up pretty much what's going to happen for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Go ahead, Blue. What were you saying?
Well, no, I was gonna say I heard they talk about what happened with Gina Carrata
They
character,
do. They
explaining
talk about
like
her.
why
They explain what
why is she
happened
not
to
on the
her
show
character.
anymore.
Yeah, they literally do. They literally ask about what happened to her and actually a couple other characters where they be at, and they tell you flat out. Like, oh shit.
You out in them streets?
Well, you gotta watch the episode to find out.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down to get back into some Mando. Mando started it all in terms of my love of D plus Star Wars series.
Yeah,
Um,
it started out with
Yeah,
a pretty solid. It started out with a very solid episode, but it's like a setup episode. It's like it's setting up multiple storylines, and you see them flat out, and it gives you a little bit of action, some story elements, some old characters, some new characters. and some familiar species. They have some pretty good fucking scenes. Some good shit happens that I felt like when I watched the episode, it was not fucking long enough. It's only like less than 40 minutes. And I'm like, this is fucking long enough. This needs to be a fucking hour. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, look, all I know is I was not expecting Andor to teach me how fucking off the hook prison labor is and how wrong it is. But
Oh,
Andor sure did teach me that lesson more than anything else I'd ever watched in Star Wars.
so with Andor, I think Andor should have told you that swimming is a very valuable fucking talent, or not even a talent. It's just like a skill. It's something everyone should fucking learn. It's not that hard to do. Y'all should
Like
learn how to
breathing.
fucking swim. Learn how to fucking swim if you ain't got to swim. I don't
Shit.
care if you're 35 and can't swim. Have your kids teach you or something, or take a class, learn how to fucking swim. Because you'll never know where swimming will help you out. Especially if you live in California right now, we're probably gonna be drowning in more fucking rainwater. Learn how to fucking swim.
Could you imagine if the people on Titanic knew how to swim? They'd probably still be alive.
Damn. Well, some of them died of hypothermia. So.
Yeah, there
I'm pretty
you
sure
go.
most of them died of hypothermia.
Oh yeah, some of them died because they couldn't swim to the top because they
Yeah.
weren't on deck. When they told them to get on deck, they're like, "Huh? No, we're gonna get in. We're gonna drink this champagne thing."
Now,
And
some of them died because they weren't rich enough to be at the top of the boat either.
damn,
We
Or,
also know, like, if you're
or white
swimming in pussy,
swimming in the
damn.
if you're drowning in pussy, what you supposed to do?
You
swim
supposed
to it,
to
but
do?
Swim to the butt.
swim, but you know it and I know it. Um, actually, you know what we should talk about too? Like I gotta give props, man. I know it's been a while since we talked about this on here. Motherfucking James Cameron is not to be fucking doubted. He got 3 out of the top 4 grossing movies of all time. Like, stop playing with this man. It, I mean, and I saw Avatar 2. I liked it quite a bit. I knew it would do well. But motherfucker, it's sitting at number 3 of all time and still kind of going.
Yeah.
Like, he even beat his, Titanic out and Infinity War and Force Awakens. Like, come on now. You know what
Like
I
he's
mean?
he's a couple of being shy of hitting of catching up with Avengers Endgame, but like Avatar is
Yeah,
still sitting up
Avatar.
there
His first
pretty.
Avatar's still number one because the re-release in 2020 in China bumped it back up to number one.
Yep. Yep. And it's gonna be number one for a hot minute there. But
So, you want to know something even fucking funnier? The top three highest grossing movies all have
Start with the
Zoe
letter A.
Saldana in them.
yeah,
Oh, that's true. Yes.
oh, that is wild.
She's in all three of those
They
films.
they all also start with an A and a V.
Very
We got
They do.
Avatar,
They all
Avenger, and Avatar.
Avatar.
hey,
And that Titanic.
help me remember this shit because like my memory gets fuzzy as fuck as I get older and shit. And I didn't like the movie to begin with. Do you see Full Frontal on Titanic when he said
Yes.
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 like one of them French girls?
Yes. Titties.
You get Bush. There's Bush.
There's Oh, yes you do. You get to see well
Kate
you see it
Winslet.
in the painting, but Kate Winslet apparently has a red bush. So at least in the film.
See, it's been on TV so many goddamn times, and it's been like so long since I seen the theatrical or like start to finish. I forgot that detail. I thought it was like halfway censored or they do a cutaway, and I'm wrong, huh?
No, they show. So the thing about that particular scene, the reason why it's famous, not just because you get to see Kate Winslet's titties, is the fact that James Cameron himself drew that portrait of her. That's why that scene is very, very popular.
So if James Cameron drew that, then he was staring at that full frontal for a long time.
Come on, it's James Cameron. You act like he ain't seen nothing ever since Aliens. He been seeing Bush and shit all kinds since then, which
That's
was like
true.
1984 or whatever. He's
Yeah.
been seeing all kinds of
Kinda-
shit, and apparently he's also a talented artist. That's
Dude,
probably
Checking
why.
my,
Well,
I'm checking my research only folder right now and see.
I'm just gonna flat out say it. You can't be a more successful director from a box office standpoint than James Cameron. Period.
At the moment, no. But
Like
before that, it was George Lucas because literally for 20 years until Titanic came out, he had the highest grossing movie of all time for 2 decades.
I agree with you, but then look at it. Titanic came out in the late '90s. What
Late
97?
97.
Yeah.
Yes.
In '09, he had Avatar, and then everybody just kind of, well, it's been a while. You don't have it no more. He's like, oh, I heard y'all talking shit. I can, and
It's all good.
gives that big dick energy, and literally has three of the top four highest grossing movies of all time. Like, stop the bullshit. Stop
Well,
playing, man.
it was funny because like he when Avatar 2 came out, he's like, yeah, this is gonna
Hold
be
on.
easily 3 billion.
So
He's fucking trekking.
yeah.
What you trying to say, old ginger?
No, I was gonna see. I thought there's one more that he had that was close. But I was looking to see out of the top 10. Yeah, he only has three. I thought he had one more, but yeah.
It's three out of four. So, and I have every belief that Avatar 3 is also going to top the 2 billion mark. Like, I'm not doubting this man ever. So
See, I wish
One, two,
I
three.
kind of wish this would show like, well,
There's only 6 movies that passed the $2 billion mark.
yeah, exactly. It's rare.
yeah. But no, I'm just
Oh,
I'm
Spider-Man, no,
wondering.
Spider-Man,
I,
No Way Home man came very, very, very close
Yeah,
to
it did.
beating the 2 billion mark. Very close.
well, it's interesting because when you look at it, like Titanic came out in like '97. Like it's been fucking a couple of decades since that movie came out, and it's still in the top five,
Yeah,
which
Mhm.
is crazy.
So
Like
the thing,
Avatar is probably like the
hold
next
on.
one that came out in '99, so that's like fucking 12 years later.
Avatar
Right?
came out in 09, 2009.
Yeah, so that's 12 years later.
Yeah, I thought it should 99. Like, hold on, that doesn't sound right.
But yeah, most of the movies on here came out. Like I'm looking down the list. I'm looking at a list on Box Office Mojo, and
Yeah.
like all like every movie that's on this list outside of Titanic came out in the 2000s. 2000s, I guess 2009 is the youngest or the least one, but everything's like 2022, 15, 18, 21, 15. Like all these are like recent movies. So I kind of wonder for Titanic, if you look at it at the amount of money it's made, like goddamn, it's a lot. But if you look at like
Oh,
like
there's
ticket
one.
sales,
So there's one on here.
but
It's
no, like
ranked
if you,
lower, but it came
I
out
feel like if
93.
I'm just saying, if you look at ticket sales, Titanic is probably murdering all of these still.
So the problem with
but,
Titanic is they keep re-releasing that fucking movie,
But
and every time you re-release the movie, it adds more to its fucking total box office.
yeah,
I don't
But
know, but like 90, a movie from '97, like goddamn, that's to still be in the top five.
top five.
That's
that's
still a lot of fucking ticket sales.
it's impressive. It's impressive, especially when you talk about inflation and all that. So yeah, I'm with you. I just like I know we hadn't talked about it in a while, but you gotta give fucking props. And like I said, I really enjoyed fucking Avatar 2. That shit was hot.
There's a
I still
lot
gotta
of
watch it.
fucking. There's a lot of movies that have broken the $1 billion mark. The thing about Titanic, it was the first to go over 1 billion,
Exactly. Yeah.
and there's a lot. There's a lot. There's like 30 plus movies that have gone over 1 billion since
Yeah.
then.
It's kind of common nowadays. Well,
Now,
especially
now,
but especially because of like overseas, like
oh,
American movies overseas
definitely.
helps like a lot more recently, the last two
Oh
decades.
yeah, for sure,
But
for
Holy
sure.
shit! Not there. You know what I noticed? There isn't. I don't see a Harry Potter. Oh, there it is. The
yeah,
first Harry Potter hit 1 billion,
yeah.
but some
Well,
of these other ones did not. Almost all the Star Wars movies are 1 billion plus.
yeah. I will say this too. I mean, props to just to switch gears. Props to Hogwarts Legacy. Like
Woo!
it hit 12 milli sold,
Sold.
and that's impressive as ever loving fuck.
So, so the grosses on that was 850 million
Yeah,
within 2 weeks. And it's actually less than 2 weeks. Apparently, it was in 12 days.
yeah. It's
That's a lot.
it's gang selling like gangbusters. Again, just to be fucking clear, a great game from a franchise that people grew up with, have nostalgia for. Like literally, a lot of people were kids and are playing this game as adults now, and they grew up watching them Harry Potter movies and reading the books. It beats any type of like controversial, oh, we're gonna boycott, and oh, you should be ashamed, oh, I'm gonna troll you on Twitch. Fuck all that noise. People paid their hard-earned money in droves for this game.
I
Like,
mean, the game is fucking good. I know Crunch, he's not on, but he told us that he beat the main story. But there's plenty of shit to do in the game. There's stuff that you can choose not to do. I know he talked about. I'd rather wait for him to do a complete review because I haven't beat the game. I'm like halfway. I'm at like 40% now.
yeah,
But it's like, fuck, dude, there's so much shit to do. And like normally to me in RPGs, side missions are usually fucking annoying. And usually you don't get a whole lot for it. You get like extra XP, maybe extra money. Sometimes you can get like a really good weapon or a really good spell or a really good um, secret or something from that one. But these, like all the side missions are fun as fuck. And you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. Actually, that's not true. A lot of times it tells you what you're gonna get. It tells you if you do this mission, you get this as a reward. But when you do it, it's fun as fuck. Like it can involve like some crazy beast. It can involve a troll, goblins, dragons.
wait, we talking
Uh,
about species reviewers again?
no, when did there was there? Oh, there's a dragon girl in their species. No,
Yeah,
we're
and
talking about Hogwarts.
Slime Girls. Don't sleep on. Go.
I've seen it. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but Hogwarts is a very well made fucking game. Even though it was delayed a couple times due to COVID and whatever else, there are some things I wish there was like a kind of like what Mass Effect had, where there was like a morale system. Like if you do bad things, you get some kind of penalty, or you get some kind of strange outcome, or maybe an undesired outcome. But it lets you do it. It gives you choices of shit that you can say, but apparently there's no consequence. So you can do whatever the fuck you want.
But here's the thing: this was their first major game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking successful. I know, and you know how this fucking goes. They're gonna be like, we gonna ride this cash cow into the
Oh
fucking
no, they've
ground.
already Warner Brothers already said we want this to be a franchise, and I say as long as they don't go too far to get too close to the movie, like if they get too close to Fantastic Beasts, it may lose its luster. But if you go like 10 years out, another 10, like you can do more dangers, more stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they introduce in this that is very, very tangible for sequels. So
I know that. Look, that you gonna get plenty of sequels. And then, speaking of which, just staying with RPGs, my boy Miyazaki is not to be hated on. Miyazaki-san from FromSoft said, "Fuck what you talking about. How about I just go ahead at 3 in the morning West Coast time? Bless y'all. A little bit of news on Elden Ring, which literally won more Game of the Years than The Last of Us 2, which previously had the crown. And they said we're gonna make Shadow of the Erd Tree as a DLC. You got internet folks just speculating hard as fuck about Mikola and what it's going to be in there and all of that other shit. I ain't going to speculate for shit. All I know is I'm going to fucking be playing the shit out of that DLC once it drops again.
oh, I didn't play Elden Ring, so but I do know that it set a fervor of stuff once they said, "Oh, DLC's coming." Everyone freaked out.
Yep.
Oh my god! They're like, oh my god, it's fucking DLC. I'm like, okay, just be on that Elden Ring dick. That's fine. Just keep sucking.
Look, ain't no Elden Ring dick. There's
It's
maidenless.
Elden Ring dick.
There's
Get that nut. Get
you,
your nut.
you are maidenless. That's your problem.
Get your nut.
Kind of
Shit.
jumping back to the movies topic. So I looked actually Fox Mojo has on here like so I was talking about like I wonder how Titanic did like ticket sales wise, like how these movies did ticket sales wise. And fucking Box Office Mobile has that on their site.
Yeah.
These are estimate number of tickets. But yeah, Titanic is not number one.
Who
Number
is?
one would be fucking Gone with the Wind.
Oh yeah.
They sold 202 million tickets back in, I guess, Lifetime. So this is Lifetime records. But on
Oh,
number two is Star Wars: A New Hope, episode
oh,
4.
Yeah.
yeah,
Four?
episode 4.
Yeah. Number 3 is The Sound of Music. 4 is E.T., which is like,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
'Cause ET got re-released. It was so good when it was getting phased out of theater. There's a high demand for it that they brought it back. I remember that. So
But back in number 5 is Titanic. So
Yeah.
Titanic's number 5 in both box office and ticket sales.
ticket sales.
And I think like let's see, common movie would be episode Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens. It's on here in 2015.
Yeah.
And I don't even like Avenger Endgame is on 16 on this list.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just it's all relative, but man, it's big time money when you hit it right, and almost every single fucking time. That man James Cameron knows how to fucking put butts in seats. God damn it!
This
I mean,
is this list is really interesting. Looking at it like based off of ticket sales, like how many tickets were sold, like a lot of movies back in the day are like in the top of this list. Like the top 10 and like are before like the 70s, which is
well,
crazy. Like number 10 is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
but you got to remember, like movies were completely different back then in terms of you would literally have something in theaters for a year, maybe a year plus.
Yeah, but also it's also like Lifetime. So this like Gone to Wind came out in 1939. So that's like 70 plus years of fucking people
I mean,
buying it or
They do anniversary re-releases in
yeah.
theaters, so that adds to
yeah.
its revenue.
Also, you could buy 12 hookers for like a dime. You know what I mean? Like, think,
What the fuck? What?
But then
It was
again, you're only making
$2,
25
bro.
cents. So
hey, I don't care how much money you make. If you can buy 12 hookers for a dime, that's savings right there.
$2, not a dime. It was $2. Why do you think the term $2 hooker came from?
No, that was the old term. I'm talking about really back in the day. I'm talking, just right around Reconstruction time. You know what
Oh, that was like 1800s. Well, a
Yeah.
dime was worth a lot back then.
I mean? I mean,
that was cheaper than the goat.
and these cheap. I'm just saying, they was dirt cheap. You know what I mean? Um, let's. Oh, I do want to talk about. We'll probably get into this a little bit more next week, but fuck the creator of the Gilbert comic strip
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That guy just fucking KO'd his whole life.
as a
God
crew, as a record label, and as a motherfucking person. This man, for those of you who don't know, he does a cheesy ass office comic strip that's been all over in syndication in newspapers. I know nobody reads news.
Hold on.
That's forever.
He had a animated TV show for a while.
Oh, that's
Right.
right.
Yeah, he had an animated show. So his name is Scott Adams.
Yeah.
Oh
And
shit, he's older than I thought.
yeah,
Other thing.
He's 65.
yeah,
Maybe he's younger.
old enough to know better, but this man,
Maybe obviously not.
he was like, fuck these Negroes. A hate group because some random ass poll he found on the dark web internet told
No,
him,
it's a poll in a very far right magazine that probably polled 50 people.
yeah, exactly, and saying, oh, well, the majority of black people don't think it's okay to be white or something. So basically, he went scorched earth racist and said, fuck every one of you darkies. And he immediately
Like-
got pulled.
Yeah. Oh, so
when I
look,
first
he got it.
when I first
His
heard about it,
poll was from a conservative firm, Rasmussen Reports. Like, what the? I've never even heard of that. Then again, I'm on the right, or even on the left. Like, but still, I never heard of
what's
this.
crazy about it? What's all crazy about it is that like I heard about it. I was like, okay, what's be an interview? Like maybe this person has heard of, but no, this is like full on Skype video of him talking about how like he read an article where 56% of blacks feel that they can't trust white people, and he was like, so I was like, you know what? I can't trust them. I'm gonna move to a only white area where the crime is less. And it's like, are you? Wow, you really went fucking there. Like, damn. Like, fuck your comics. First of all, it was shitty all to begin with, but like, there's a lot of people coming out of the woodworks with this fucking like racist bullshit.
Yeah,
Even
and,
because the
and
advent of social media, pop off at the mouth with like
well,
one
Dude,
twelve
social
no, no,
media been
midnight
around
or
no,
for
later.
years.
hold on. Let's be crystal clear too, because we always, yes, you're right. There are a lot of racist trolls and whatnot. I get it, but the owner, richest man in the world of Twitter,
Oh, Elon Musk, yeah, he supported him.
Oh
he got
god damn!
he was
I just
very
saw it.
loud, like, yeah, that's true. They are racist against them, and you know, and now we're racist against country. And you guys went too far with cancel culture. Why can't he say racist shit and still have
Yeah,
all of his
dude,
jobs?
but that is literally the mantra of the people that so desperately feel like they have the right to say the N word, and their argument is I should be able to say it because it's just a word. It really you're getting worked up on just over a word. It should I should be able to say it. Like, why do
Yet
you
this
want to say it so badly then if it's just a word?
yet
Because
this guy got
if I called your mama just a word, several words, you probably get mad. If I called your mama a bitch, I'm pretty sure you'd be really upset, and I'll be like, well, guess what? It's just a word.
The
this
mama,
is coming from the
oh, go ahead.
uh, so this is coming from the same guy that got mad as a teenager who was able to track him, saying like, "Oh, like that's like you shouldn't be doing that." Like,
Yeah,
God, I wish I'd. I feel bad having a Tesla.
yeah.
Like,
And literally, you know what I mean. Elon's mama is one of those lovely ladies that you bought for the dime. You know what I mean? She was one of the dozen. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
what the fuck? Hold on, this doesn't. So
anyway,
Elon Musk tweeted that for a very long time. This is his quote. Quote: For a very long time, the U.S. media was racist against non-white people. Now they're racist against whites and Asians. End quote. That was his quote.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, he
And,
says the media is racist. Like what?
and I love him trying to use the whole Asian model minority myth too, throwing that in there. Look here. Let me just tell you something about your boy Elon. This man is rich, white South African apartheid era money, diamond, jewel, sending poor African kids into mines and losing their hands and limbs and getting black lung at the age of 13. That's where that money come from. So fuck everything he's talking about. And
Yeah, what the
fuck
what?
the Gilbert
I'm
guy.
sorry. I'm reading. I'm not reading the quote, but apparently Musk accused the media of giving black victims of police violence disproportionate coverage over white victims of police violence. Um, I guess, but
yeah.
still, usually the white victims of police violence do not have racial undertones.
There's there's
Usually,
literally there's literally a kid who killed his grandmother, went to a school and killed more people, and he was taken into custody. There's a kid who happened to be walking down the street who they misidentified him as somebody else, and he was killed on the spot. Like,
So, but let's just be clear and break down Elon's kind of sentiment stuff. He's basically saying, I don't like the attention that the most high profile one of late was George Floyd.
hmm
You know,
he did not
I,
like that at
I
all.
don't like how much attention this George Floyd's murder got. And let's focus the attention back on white victims. That's what he's really saying.
That is what he's saying. But the thing is that a lot of um, I don't want to. So yes, I will say this: a lot of high-profile white aggressors or criminals that get caught in police custody don't end up dying in police custody. There have been people who are African American or Latino that have died in police custody and have not committed a not all of them have committed violent crimes. Some of them have committed trespassing or mistaken identity, and they've died in police custody,
Yeah.
which should not be happening to anyone per se. But there's been studies, multiple studies, that show that there's been people that have died in police custody that are non-white and in high numbers. So
All tr- all true, old ninja. But I want to say, going back to your boy from Dilbert, I smell cuck energy. I smell little
oh
bit.
no, uh,
Oh
This,
he
yeah, for
this.
he's
sure.
he's old white. He is still boomer energy.
No, 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 no. Hold on. Let me be
He's
really.
65. What is
No, no,
he's
no, no,
No,
65.
no. No,
He
hold on.
grew
No,
up
cook
no,
during
hold
energy.
on.
he grew up
Hold
during civil rights.
No, no, no. I smell someone who likes to watch BBC invade his wife's ass, coochie, and mouth,
So
and
no,
corner with
I
fucking.
partially disagree.
No,
I think
well,
I feel like he's upset because his wife left him because of her getting gay on
well, yeah,
BBC.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong about the wife leaving, but before the wife left, the wife had to be like, I'm gonna have this big BBC date, and you can watch. And he was like, okay, I will
No,
watch. And
I
he
don't.
got a
I
little
think
too.
so. He was the one that saw her new man, but didn't realize that he was not new. Is because he didn't knew.
Oh,
Yeah, I like you too. Back to
Mhm.
your intro.
yeah. You might. Okay, you might. Touche. You might be more right. Yeah. All I know is someone was getting invaded by BBC, and he felt some type of way. That's the only
Oh,
energy that produced this.
You know what it is? I think his wife went to Texas, and your boy Blue Happy down there talking about cuckold, and
here we
she
go.
has not been she's not been able to stop talking about it. She's like, oh, I want to cuckold with the BBC.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Kronos was on here because he would understand what happened in Texas. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's probably mad. But
Oh no,
yeah,
he's
like
big mad, obviously, but this guy nuked his career because he was in multiple U.S. newspapers, and now they all pulled him because that was big money. That's big money,
So
and he had his own animated series for a while, which ended years ago. But I'm pretty sure he's getting royalties from it. So
so hold on,
now
hold on.
he's gonna have to go to Parlor or whatever other
Nope,
right wing.
nope.
was there any black people in the
I,
Dilbert cartoon animation or
I don't
comics?
know.
probably not. But I'm gonna say this: it remains to be seen whether he's permanently destroyed his career.
Oh, that's true.
I
Because
think
this is we're still getting fallout from
I
Mushroom
think
Cloud.
he may, I hope not, but I think he may weather this fucking storm, few weeks or whatever, do some bullshit ass apology, you know. And the way some black folks are too goddamn forgiving and forgetful, he may be absolutely fine this time next year. We don't know yet. I've seen too many forgiveness tours, and I've learned the error of my ways. I've seen that happen too many fucking times for me to be like, oh, his career is destroyed forever. We'll see. What was it, last week or whatever? We saw some clip of a fucking Ben Stein going off on Aunt Jemima, fucking
Yeah, but he
syrup.
said, hold on. He said he misses the old label, but he didn't say stay the fuck away from these people, you people. He didn't say
Yeah,
that shit.
you can see the whole clip. He goes in a little bit, not as hard, but he goes in. All I'm trying to say is, folks, look, I remember Bill Maher literally on his own television series saying the N word
Oh, he
multiple
did.
times,
He does say multiple times,
and
but
he did
he dates black women. This dude dates black women.
That doesn't matter.
it. Yeah,
Racist
I
people
know it
date
doesn't
black
matter.
people.
I know for
Racist
sure it don't matter,
plantation master was fucked their slaves, so that
yeah,
doesn't fucking count
yeah.
but
whatsoever.
he's what I don't understand is Bill Maher's had some hot ass females,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
and
matter. Doesn't matter.
I don't know, man. It
Or hold
should
on.
matter.
No, it
No,
doesn't. It doesn't.
that's
And let me say this too. Again, let me give you some more white men. Fucking Joe Rogan had
Mm.
a viral clip, all true.
I've seen all of his shit, and he said it multiple times. Someone stringed it together. I saw it. I've been having it.
That all I'm trying to say is don't necessarily believe the here and now of so and so's career is permanently up. Mm, maybe, maybe fucking not. A lot of the
Yeah.
time, especially if you rich, white, and powerful enough, the people have amnesia. You do an apology, you go away for a little while, and you come back bigger than fucking ever.
Fucking Roseanne Barr has a fucking stand-up comedy special that she's fucking doing.
Yep.
Like, and it's literally called like "I'm Not Canceled" or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and people are fucking gloating about it. But it's like,
Me-
you do remember what she said, right?
yeah. Well, I'll give you another one. Mel Gibson went on a drunk, violent, anti-Semitic tirade, cursing at his wife, all that stuff. It
Yeah,
was.
but look where he's at now. Like,
Well, here's the thing, though. Mel Gibson still got buku money. He was,
eh, yeah,
but
he did, but not the money he could have had.
well, but all I'm saying is, there ain't nobody. You have to remember what he did.
Look at the work that he. When was
He's
the last thing you even saw him in? I know the last thing I saw him in.
what was the last thing? Because he's been in some stuff.
He has. The last thing I saw him in was a movie called Fat Man,
Yeah.
and it was a non-theater film where he plays Santa about a
I think for
kid,
me, for
and
me, it had to
it's
be
on
Machete. I think
streaming.
that was the last one I saw, man.
Was what?
Machete. Was he in that one, right? The
He's in
second one or
Machete.
whatever.
He's also in the last Expendables, which was
Yeah.
like what?
I didn't watch
That
that
was
one.
like that was before the tirade, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my dates in front of me, but
All I'm
he hasn't been in any big budget fucking films in a long fucking time.
yeah, I hear you. All I'm trying to say is sometimes people weather storms and still turn out okay. And even if they don't, like Donald Sterling, the former owner of the Clippers, was doing that racist
Oh,
tirade stuff
that's right.
because his girlfriend, who was a hot ass
Oh
Latina,
no, I think it was his wife. I think he married her.
you might be right,
It
but
was something.
she was a hot Latina in LA, super young, and was liking BBC. And something about BBC angers these guys. And
Yeah, dude. Once you see it on tape, and you're like, "Holy shit!" And when you see, so what happens is, what happened is was, when you see your wife getting stretched like a coke can on tape, and then when you see yourself on tape, because on your body you think that like, oh, I'm like an average size, and then when you see on the video where you're stroking, you're like, fuck, this dude's like four handfuls, and I got
I think it.
one and all one. That changes you.
No, I think
I would, I
I
would
think it
imagine
comes
if
down.
that were me, that would change me. I'm
No, it
tall.
comes down to when you go to go to try to put it in. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Just
Maybe.
you're
I mean,
not hitting the walls like you used to, if
that's
you did at
that's
all.
just pouring that's pouring salt on an open wound after the fact that you saw the stretchiness of how stretched she could. Even after seeing kids coming out of it, it's still like wrapped around his meat, and
no,
you're like, what the fuck?
you know what's the most humbling part of the whole cucking stuff that they do? It's when they realize that their fucking wives are actually into ass to mouth play, and they were never
Uh,
ass.
no, I have to disagree. I think it's the
You're watching
part
wrong
when
videos. Oh,
yeah,
ninja.
no, I've seen those videos. No, it's the part when either the wife gushes
Yeah.
or when she like raps on for dear life to this other dude because she's busting her nut, and you're like, she never does that to me. And
And
she's
dude
doing
ain't even
this,
finished yet.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
No,
yeah, oh yeah, dude's still pumping.
no, well, no, no, no. I'm not even just talking about the BBC going in her ass and then her mouth and then back in her ass. I'm literally talking about sometimes her eating his ass and then going
Yeah,
ass and going like
yeah, I get
there's
that,
no
but
there's no
I feel like that's like a more of a it's not a niche thing, but more of like it's just like a let's try this and they do it and it's just okay. I think it's more when the wife does something that is not common between the two of them.
there.
So
That's what
no,
we're
I feel like that's kind of common between all three parties involved. It's the part where she has a reaction
no.
to
I'm
her,
telling you,
like if she gushes
no, no,
and
no.
it's never happened before, that's something.
I'm
That's a reaction that
I'm
someone
telling you
else is giving her that you have never done.
I'm telling you that there are things that she told you I'm not into, I will not do, Then you see her saying, "Of course, yes, please," to
Mm.
BBC, and you're like stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the fact that that part's one thing, but not saying ask the mouth and then to ask again, I don't think that's a. I think that's something that the couple's already experimented on. I think it's always the reaction to where when something goes down and she busts her nut and dude's still going, or she basically says some shit to him, shit that you never hear out of her mouth when you're doing it. Those things I think are more prominent than just going ATM. I think those are kind of those is I think those are standard now. But when she gushes, that's not very standard, especially if she's never done it before.
Mm.
All
So
right,
we're
let's talk about something more positive. That was some guy being pissed off being Congo, but kind of sticking to the whole like racist stuff. I like what what's his name? Uh, Brian Cranston said. Cranston? Is that his name
Brian
right?
Cranston.
Yeah. Where recently he was on an interview with the CNN, and he was talking about how the whole "Make America Great" hats, like the whole Donald Trump campaign or whatever, how he takes it as it can be taken as racism, and like I understood like the whole "Make America Great" thing, like yeah, like altogether it sounded racist, but like the way he breaks it down makes sense basically. And it basically comes down to like when people thought America was great was back when there was segregation where black people had their own spot, white people had their own spot, and that's where things were fucking beautiful. But like he mainly says like if you look at that term from a black perspective, like that time was not great. Like we had like black people had like shitty living conditions, like they had there was like food deserts and stuff like that. Like things were bad back then for black folks, but for white folks it was great just because you didn't have to deal with these darkies basically. And like him coming out and saying that was like wow, like it was very eye opening. Like I really agree. Like a lot of the stuff that he said, like this whole "Make America Great Again" is just a dumb fucking thing altogether. Because when was America great? Pretty much never. If you depend on the color of your skin, but it should be more like "Make America Great." That's what the slogan should be. But like,
Well,
what's your guys take of it? You guys hear this? You guys watch the interview of him?
I
Yeah,
did. Brian Cranston's an amazing actor, so and he's done a lot of stuff before he was even acting, so he gets it. He's been in the trenches. He's been a blue collar worker, so I get it.
yeah. Props to him. I got it. It wasn't the first time I had heard that response, and it's something that is a very logical response. Uh, literally, no period of time in American history where life for Black folks was even decent, let alone good or great. And I think that's important to showcase. The other part that's a problem is when you talk about that history, it makes people get all weird and uncomfortable and squeamish and feel embarrassed or guilty or whatever the fuck. And here's the thing: go fuck yourself. History is history. It happened. You know what I mean? Like you trying to prevent kids from learning that, people going into libraries from learning that, people from saying it. It's just whack ass shit. It's cuckold energy, big cuckold energy.
Back to Coco.
Yeah, somebody's been watching a lot of Cuckold videos recently.
It's funny. Um,
I fucking knew it.
into rotate heavy rotation of late. But Black isn't usually cuckoldy, but I've seen that one, and then it's just kind of gone into some humiliation cuckold stuff. You know what I mean? Like that.
There's different variations, so I don't want to go down this road again because we've already done it like 3 times. So
All
we
right,
should we
we
should
should.
move on to some other stuff. Stuff that's kind of come out.
I was,
What were you
probably,
gonna say?
I was gonna say let's do maybe one more, and then we should probably wrap it on.
Yeah, I should talk about Destiny 2 Lightfall
Uh,
expansion. It dropped yesterday. So it dropped yesterday. Um, it was after being down for like a whole fucking day. But yeah, Destiny 2's new expansion just dropped yesterday. I had a chance to play. Actually, I finished the campaign, the main campaign today, barely, but it was definitely, I guess, a start of a new direction. You can tell that they're doing new stuff in it. It wasn't straightforward like I thought it was going to be, like with Beyond Light, their previous or one of their previous expansions. This had a lot more, I guess, involved in it because there's like more puzzles just to do just to go basically forward. There's more puzzle stuff to get doors open and stuff. Uh, there's a training area to understand this new subclass.
Why are you talking to me about that? Huh?
No, I'm talking to everyone because in order to play this new subclass, this strand, you need to practice with it because it's not very intuitive, I guess. You got to be like, oh, I can do this with this, but I can't do this. You have to play and use the learn the limitations of this new subclass. And so when you play it, it gives you a training area. You get, I think, three max training areas that you have to kind of master just to move on, because it takes some getting used to. It's not exactly like, oh, I can do this and shoot it out and all of a sudden it works. Like, no, you have to, because it has a grapple. You got to learn how to grapple with this new ability, and it's like it's definitely different and weird, and they try to help you, but it definitely takes some getting used to. It definitely takes some practice. The problem I kind of had was like it tells you very quickly what you can do with certain abilities, but then the text goes away very quickly, and I'm like, fuck, I couldn't like see that I can do extra shit. So it wasn't until I actually fully unlocked the subclass that I was able to like read and be like, oh, okay, now I get what they were talking about. There's certain things that I read, but I didn't fully understand how to execute, and that takes practice. So like this new shit is definitely different. The new enemies they have, they're called tormentors, right? They will fuck your whole world up. And the thing is, the way the game is, this campaign is designed. Every time you meet one,
Will they
if you
cockroach you?
kinda, because they get you in close quarters. They have a scythe. If you get too close, they will pull you into scythe. Then they take you and drain you, and then they will drain you and use that power to blow you up, which will take, if you're at full power, you'll be a little less than half of your shield, and you'll have some damage as well. Not only that, you can't use your abilities after you've been fucked by this new fucking tormentor. And then they will come and attack you and try to finish you off. You have to keep moving and let yourself kind of recover so you can attack again. It has vulnerability spots, like weak points, but the problem is once you hit a weak point, you'll blow it up and it will disappear. So you can't hit that same spot. The weak point will move on this character.
Wait,
You
I'm
have to
sorry. You said the tormentor has a G spot. Is that what you said?
That's what I heard.
I
There's some gushing.
a weak spot. It will gush. It will gush all over you, which will fuck
God
you
damn,
up.
this got
Yeah,
real sexual.
yeah, this will fuck you up. This thing will fuck you up with this big ass fucking scythe dildo. It is fucking fucked up. It's okay one on one. It's manageable, but it will still probably fuck you up. Like even hiding behind obstacles, when it shoots, it will go over the obstacle or around it to get to you, and then it closes in on you. It has this like area of effect move. If you're in it, you're probably gonna die. So
My
one on
ex.
one, and that's just one on one. If they bring in other enemies, you have to keep moving and try to like take them out as well as make hurt on this thing, or else it will fucking fuck you up. And it's fucked up. Um, one of the guys, he goes by State Farm. We had to tackle a few of them together, and we it still was challenging. And I thought he was bragging like as if he finished the game. He didn't. He needed someone else to help him finish the fucking game, finish the campaign, which we did together, which I'm grateful for because we put in work to get to the end. But I highly recommend, if you're going to try to finish the campaign, you do it with someone else, at least one other person. Doing it by yourself, you're probably going to spend hours and hours just trying to beat it. And that's just the campaign part, not even the end game stuff. That's when the game really begins. So it's definitely a challenge. It was not what I was expecting. There's more work involved. I was like, what the fuck? New Moon, it looks great, which is the new city. Neptune was a new area, but there's a lot of unknowns and a lot more dangers, and you got to put in this work to get this new. They're not going to just throw strand at you just for completing these missions. You got to put in work. You got to put in this like effort to like understand it. So it was definitely not what I was expecting, but it was still fun. I was relieved when I beat it because now I have strand and now I can experiment more with it. I'm looking forward to going with my other characters with this. You can watch me play the last 2 nights on Twitch. I have very long streams with this shit, well, because I kept dying. I even play a match with the the two chains couple, the chain wax couple. They're formerly from the clan that I used to run, but they helped out. We did legendary with them, and it was still pretty challenging, but we still made it. But it's definitely worth at least the $50 if you get just the campaign. And when I spent the $50, and it gave me the season pass too, I guess. So
Nice.
worked out for me. So I got a whole bunch of shit. It gave me a bunch of exotics, and then when I finished the campaign, it gave me like two quests for more exotics, and then two other quests for like these mysteries, and like another main quest to solve like the end. There's a raid coming in 17 days. Not all the stuff is unlocked for Strand, the new subclass, yet as a community. They literally has a date over it saying this will unlock on this day. I'm like, what the fuck? So there's still a lot of shit. I think there's people probably struggling with Strand at the moment, just trying to get through it. So Destiny is a community about helping each other. So I highly recommend leaning on that to get through it. But this will definitely be interesting to use going forward. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very challenging. It's a fun challenge. It's not like, oh my god, this is like super hard. Like, no, it's just like you just got to put in work. That's all. But this so far so good, I would say.
All right. I'm hearing good things about it. I want to maybe get back into it, but literally, I'm playing some kiddie games like Ratchet and Clank right now.
That's
Uh,
fine. I mean, I'm playing Modern Warfare right now too. I mean, their Modern Warfare's got their new shit they dropped. Literally, their second season is short. It's about to
yeah,
end.
this
I think.
gaming.
Yeah, it'll end in like April or whatever.
Good shit.
So
All right, guys. Let's wrap it on the motherfucking on up. God damn it, we did a 3-man weave up in this bitch,
we did.
and we did learn all about Cammy's big, juicy, delicious ass.
And
No,
cuckolding.
we learned more about cuckolding. Yeah, today was a cuckold episode for sure.
That is not the kind of episode I wanted to ever be on.
I mean, it's too late. Hashtag what the fuck? Uh fuck. Oh, Queen of Spades.
Yep.
There we go.
Mm.
Blue, what you got popping this week? God damn it.
Oh shit! Counting down to little Sebi turning 2. Like this goddamn the 2 years went by fucking fast. Like I remember when Stitch had his daughter, and I was like, holy shit, she's 2 already. And then Carlos has his daughter. I was like, wait, she's 5 already. She's talking. Like the time's going by really really fucking fast.
Yep.
But we got his birthday planned out. I've been I'm in between jobs right now, so I'm trying to get certified in doing as a data analyst, which is something I kind of been doing in the past anyway, because I'm really good at using Excel and doing a lot of research with like numbers and figures and stuff like that. So
Wait, hold on, please.
I'm
You don't code? I thought you coded too.
I know how to use SQL. Like that's as far as coding goes for me, but
Hey,
yeah,
SQL's very SQL pays a lot if you can get in. Problem is,
yeah,
once they get in, they kind of those people don't leave those jobs. So if you can just one of those dudes, you'll be able to get in.
yeah.
I
We'll see.
I want to see the sequel to Interspecies Reviewers, but I can't.
It's not
You
that
know
kind of
what?
sequel.
Yeah.
I
What the
still want a
fuck?
sequel for High School of the Dead. God
Oh,
damn it.
we can't.
God damn it.
That guy died.
Somebody, yeah.
The
Fuck.
creator died.
Somebody take that over because goddamn, that series was so good. The
Good
fact
luck.
that they had a
Good luck.
bullet fly between some girl's titties as she's like
Titty
leaning over.
physics. Say it right. Titty
God,
physics.
I need to go back and watch that again. That was
Titty
just epic.
physics.
Anyway, just kind of doing my training on that. Looking for a new role, but other than that, just doing me. about it.
No worries. Sounds good to me. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week? God damn it.
Um, so Cronus wasn't on today. I was hoping we were gonna talk about fucking Star Trek Picard season 3. Holy shit! I caught up. I saw the first 2 episodes finally. That shit was fucking. It's been done really. It had a really good fucking start.
We can talk about it next
The
week. I watched the first episode.
Oh
oh
shit! Who,
shit.
that?
Out of nowhere. But yeah, we can talk about it next week for sure. There's a new episode tonight at midnight. I'm probably gonna watch that one. Mandalorian. If y'all haven't watched it, y'all watch. You need to watch season 3's opener. New episode will be every Wednesday. So we can talk about today's episode next week. Catching up on the Bad Batch. I'm actually behind because those episodes air on Wednesday as well. So I'm behind like 3 or 4 episodes. So I watched that. Modern Warfare. Resurgence, Destiny Lightfall, what the fuck? I think a little bit of Battlefield. Oh, and Hogwarts. I'm trying to fit that all in this weekend, and then shout out to my cousin Enix. Today's his birthday. He was with his family today, but I'm probably going to see him this weekend because we're probably going to see Creed 3 on Monday, which is out this weekend. So that's it for me.
Good shit. I'm trying to see that Creed 3 as well, but I don't know what day. And gonna watch a little bit more Snowfall because that's back for its final fucking season.
Cool.
I'm playing and enjoying the fuck out of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I know it's an older game or whatever now, but
Wait, hold on. That's not that old. Isn't that the one that came out like a year or two
It
ago?
came out as a launch title for the PS5.
yeah, a couple
Oh,
years.
yeah, it's 2.5 years. That's not that long.
Yeah, a little older though. I mean, we're
Yeah,
in
it's not like you're
2023.
playing. It's not like you're playing fucking I don't know, fucking Goldfinger or some shit, or yeah, GoldenEye, the remake where you're the bad guy, or like you're playing fucking I don't know, Turok or something. You're not playing
I'm not one
something
of
that
those.
old.
But enjoying it. I forgot how much fun all these cool guns are. These alien silly ass guns in this game. So I'll probably be done with that by no later than like Sunday, Monday of this week. And that's all I got. Take us
That's
out.
it. All right. User experience, Black and Black times Infinity. The
Infinity.
Dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BTBTI,
I
BTHENBTI. Every Wednesday, 8:30 ish Pacific time, we go live on YouTube. You can watch us. If you're listening to us via audio, yes, we go live. You can see what we look like. Um, you can match the voices to the faces on there. You can email us at btbti@gmail.com. We have our official website, benhadproductions.com/btbti. We have a Discord. Email us to let us know you want to go in. On Amazon, we have an app where you can watch us to let you know we go live. And we're on most of the socials with BTBTI, Facebook, Twitter, everything. Oh, and Twitch, like I said, twitch.tv, BTBTI should be, or just search BTBTI on Twitch. You'll see all these streams. You'll see me fail. You'll see me and Prodigy fail, mostly Prodigy, but there you go.
Don't get caught in that cuckold.